Hello and welcome back. It's time once again to try to fix something, and today on the workbench is an Xbox One S. And I have never worked on one of these before, and I didn't specifically set out to buy this. This was bundled with a PS4 that I bought, a broken PS4, and this is not supposed to be working. But I've never worked on one of these, but why not give it a try? Let me show you what it's doing. Let's plug it in. Okay, plugged in. Let's see. I guess this is the eject button. Nothing. It made a noise. If I press this, it makes the chime. No light. There we got a little bit of light, and it cuts off. Hit the eject button. Look there. So it's like turning on and back off, which I think is a common problem with these. I have no idea what it is, and I just had to go inside and watch a Tronics fix video of how to take this thing apart. I've never opened one of these before. It does appear that security tape is still intact. So yeah, I guess we got that going for us. But she is very dirty, a little banged up on the front, but let me get some tools, pry tools, and see if I can get into this thing and get it torn apart. This will be my first Xbox One S. Okay, I can already tell that security tape lies. I mean, obviously you can pry the thing off without tearing the security tape. I tore it, but I can see all kind of marks along the edge of it right there. So yeah, I think somebody's been into this thing. And it looks kind of nasty. Huh. Do roaches go after Xbox consoles like they do PlayStations? I wonder. Starting to make a little bit of progress, and yes, this thing does smell like roaches. You can see some remnants scattered about, so yeah, our old friend is going to be here as well. Oh well, got some more work to do. Well, we are down to the power supply, and I guess today I learned that it puts out a single voltage, 12 volts at 10 amps. So no standby supply there. I guess it's done on the main board. And yeah, there are roaches here and about, laying around. So I'm going to guess we do have a mainboard problem, since obviously that power supply is working. It's putting out enough to give us the lights and occasional beeps and whatever. So it's not totally dead. I suppose I could probably unplug some stuff and see what happens. Like the hard drive, maybe the Blu-ray drive. Alright, well, the power supply is laying off to the side there. I disconnected the hard drive just to see if it makes any difference. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Where's the power button? I guess it's here. Okay, on it right back off. On it right back off. On it right back off. Okay. Fan doesn't try to spin, I see. Not sure what that means. Maybe I should check that 12 volts and see if it's actually 12 or something less. Alright, I've got one of my voltmeters sitting on the 12 volt supply. You can see it's a nice solid 11.95 right now. Kind of precariously placed there because I've run out of hands. What happens if I press this? Does it stay at 12 volts? Can we see it? Let's see. Yeah, she's solid 11.95. So I don't think the power supply is dying down or anything. Let me try unhooking this Blu-ray drive. Does that make any difference? Alright, so the Blu-ray drive is disconnected. Both the power and the data cable. Does that make any difference? Let's see. Nope. On it right back off. Okay, well, I'm learning a little bit as I go. Okay, I finally pulled the disk drive, the Blu-ray drive, out of the way. And I think we see what the problem is. There is corrosion all up under here. Look right in that area, right there, under that. I mean, just everywhere, corrosion. So, yeah, it's kind of nasty up under here. So I'm going to stop trying to turn it on and off and see if I can clean up any of this corrosion, see if there's anything left underneath all that corrosion. Like that, I'm guessing that's a RAM chip. That's not good. Alright, main board is out. And give you a better view of what we're looking at here. Lots of liquid damage, I would say. And you can see more of it there. See signs of it everywhere. All the way over here. So yeah, this may be a lost cause. But I will give it a try. I will clean up and try not to knock off any corroded components till I figure out what they are. Suppose we should get this inside onto the microscope, get a better view of the destruction we are faced with here. Tell you, for my first Xbox, I sure know how to pick them. Well, we are inside the workbench, getting ready to look under the microscope. And let me give you a quick tour of what we got going on this Xbox One S motherboard. It's not good. Alright, you can see lots of corrosion. And I don't know if all this is from roaches. Probably not. There's got to be some liquid that was poured into this thing at one point. Yeah. Lots of components corroded. That looks like something that's going to a USB port. That's a fuse of some kind. That could be important. Very corroded. Corrosion on whatever that is. Lots of liquid damage. And this is the top side of the board. Side that has the processor. So I think something was spilled down, you know, through the top vents or something in this thing. The roaches didn't help, but I don't think the roaches did all this. Whatever that used to be. Maybe that was just a test point. So, anyway, lots of corrosion. Luckily, we do have schematics to these, so that will help a lot. But, I mean, there's a lot of damage here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find it all. But I guess I got to at least give it a try. Also, I wanted to point out, if I didn't show it already, this is one of the RAM ICs. So, yeah, that alone is probably enough to keep this thing from starting up. Alright, we're back out in the garage, and I think I'm ready to do some kind of a test. You can see I did a lot of work in this area. Had a lot of corrosion. And that IC I removed and put back down is some sort of a regulator. It converts 3.3 volts down to 0.95 volts. And it was, a lot of the traces going into that chip were just gone, completely eroded. So I've cleaned up a lot of stuff, replaced a few resistors and capacitors if I had replacements for them, you know, that the end caps on the resistors or capacitors were just totally gone. So yeah, I think we're ready to see if it does anything any different. Now I don't have a hard drive hooked to this thing. It's still there. I guess I could hook it up, or the disk drive. And I'm not sure how these things act if you don't hook those up. But I don't think I've made it any worse. So let's see if it does anything any different. I've got just a little heat sink stuck on there. Does it do anything any different? Hey, we stay on. We stay on. Is that processor getting warm? Huh. Okay, let me, maybe I'll turn it off. I don't know, do they put anything out to the screen if there's nothing hooked up? I honestly don't know. Let's make some space. Get our monitor hooked up. Come on, monitor, cooperate. All right. There's the other one of my HDMI. Which one of these is the out? Probably the one hooked to that retimer chip right there. Let me look at the back case. The one closest to the power. Yes. Okay. And that connector is a little bit bent out of shape too. Yeah, I don't know if they do anything if I put anything to the monitor if there's nothing connected. But she didn't turn back off. So I got my monitor hooked up. She makes the chime. Nope, nothing to the monitor. Is that normal? I don't know. Okay. Alright, let me maybe hook the hard drive up and Blu-ray, and I'll just set it in place and see if that does any different. I gotta put the recording down right now, put the phone down so I can use my hands. Just a second. Okay, I've somewhat hooked up the Blu-ray drive and the hard drive, just kind of sitting there. And that processor did get warm, so I think that processor's trying to do something. This little bitty heat sink I've got stuck on there. I guess I gotta hook power back up to it. Okay. Whew, let's see what happens. I thought I heard the hard drive spin up. Something's moving. Oh. Wow. Wow. She's alive. But probably not for long if I don't turn it off and get a better heat sink on there. She's getting warm, but not intolerable warm. Wow. I may still need to do a little more cleanup to this thing. But yeah. That's a vast improvement. Let me get this thing. I don't know what it's doing. Maybe doing a hard drive check right now. Yeah, that's getting toasty. That's getting toasty. That's getting toasty. All right, I need to shut this thing down before I burn something up. And maybe do a few more checks. Wow. I don't have a controller for this thing. I don't know how to shut it down. Can I hold down the button and shut it down? Or does that make it go to sleep? Okay. I guess it went out. Okay. Well, I guess that's a success. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy. Um, there are a few capacitors I took off I need to find. I didn't have any 10 microfarad capacitors that were, the end caps were just corroded off of them. I had a 1. It was like a 2 10s and a 1 in parallel around that IC where all the corrosion was. And I had a 1. I threw that in there, but I didn't have the 10s. So, yeah, I guess we'll call this a success. I got some more cleanup to do, but it looks like she's going to come back to life, which I am simply amazed. Well, I hope you thought that was somewhat entertaining or educational. I certainly did. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I've got another one of these coming, so maybe we'll see another one of these. But that's going to be it for now. Bye for now.